Good morning. I've just been like vibing to the music for the menu screen for this. Why is it good? Why is it so good? It's a KFC dating sim. Well, let's go. I don't know why it gave me a continue option because I've never played this game. This is the first time I've even opened it. Let's go. This is making me hungry. Chicken poster. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. Not gonna lie, you would not get me to sleep with curtains open, especially not if I'm like already under the window. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up. Nail, nail, nail. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Oh my god. I so badly want to just yeet the clock out of the smack it. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. My mind is already wandering because, like, look at the detail of the way the light hits the pillows. Like, it even catches, like, the way the underside will glow if it's a light enough pillow. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find your imagination getting away from you. We need to take this seriously. No, we don't. We need to daydream a little bit, thinking about the future. I resist the urge to throw the clock out the window, okay? I think I've earned a little bit of daydreaming already. It's here finally, your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare. So many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with the possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Delicious. Just what you need to wake up those taste buds. Yikes, you're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. It's so pretty in detail. Water break. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Is that the entire name of the school, and are we going to say that every time we talk about this thing? Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. Oh, she's adorable! She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Peach. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. It's just that this morning This morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm not good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by MasterChef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Oh, her little crying sprite is so cute too. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters. I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. 3-day only semesters? Oh my. Wow. Okay. A sweet girl. Mary has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Oh, honey, that's adorable, but... Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? You know what, we'll change the subject. There's like 14 trains of thought in my head at any given moment. I'm sure there's one that'll catch her interest. It's hard to see Miriam like this, and frankly, quite exhausting. Rather than dwell on her anxiety, you try to change the subject to something more interesting. All summer you've been hearing rumors about a dreamy, enigmatic mystery student who is enrolled at the school. Sorry, but I'm trying to mentally picture Colonel Sanders as dreamy. Yeah, that's a little worrisome, but you'll be fine. Now, what about this mystery student we read about on the school message board? Any new deets? Oh, get this! I heard his name is Harlan, and he's no ordinary student. They say he has powers. He's had them ever since he was born from an egg. An egg? Like a chicken. Don't be ridiculous. The thing about having powers, it would line up with some of the other rumors I've heard. Oh, look at her. She's so precious. Like, I heard he once fought a bear with just a smile. You both sigh thinking about a student so handsome that the laws of physics don't dare apply to him. Dreamy. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hand and onto the ground. Hey! It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, didn't see you there, chicken shins. What does that even mean? You leave Peach's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. What? You can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not gonna let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man Man, stop to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Van. You're right, right. Not gonna lie, I like the character design. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. Oh, we're actually going to be saying that every single time, aren't we? That's a lot of words. I know, right? You think they'd just hand us our diplomas now? Hello! Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. I don't know. No. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you. Interesting. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Hello. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? Must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Interesting cast of characters so far. Hi, Pop. I'm Peach, so... Are you planning to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? You do you, honey. I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. Stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. There's so much detail in like all of these backgrounds that I feel like I could read that poster up there if I zoomed in. Like, I know I can't, but it feels like I should be able to. Like, that's how like nice everything looks. I do like that across the board there is like a handful of equations, and then there's a chicken bucket. When are classes supposed to start? Because I swear that clock says that it's like 12:20? That's Scruffy looking Pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable! No, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Neil, we start abbreviating that bitch. I don't even remember what the like actual. There is no log that I can go to. It's like, what was it? The University of Cooking School. I don't even remember all the words now. It's a really long name, and they say it. Well, it feels like a million times before now, and then they finally abbreviate it. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuance of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fills the air out inside the classroom. I love that this game feels like it is trying to jam in every, like, dating sim thing into, I think it was 3 days worth. Because I think it said it's a 3-day semester. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then, he walks in. Okay, it's Colonel Sanders. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. Sir, where are your hips? You got some real slender hips, dude. Yeah! I do love that they did go, like, all out, though. It's him! If it isn't my favorite student, Harlan. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles, sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. I don't know. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats-a-Lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Jeez. Yeah, when I was younger, I read Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, and like, I was part way through my project and had talked about this several times with the lab assistants and everybody before somebody told me, oh yeah, it's not Colonel, it's Colonel. I was like, I think a week away from presenting, and nobody corrected me until then. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is it with all your really weird insults? I like that she's like, that Miriam back here is like absolutely blown away, either by Colonel Sanders or by the insults. Oh, I guess we don't have a choice, but we're turning to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of us. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy, howdy. This classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. I still don't under... Not gonna lie, that ain't a half bad sprite there. Please, use my handkerchief. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you. About how sweaty you look. You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will we respond? I guess we're taking the handkerchief. You stretch out your hand, and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful, you hesitate to press it to your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has his natural scent on it. It smells like the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. That's it. That's the full name. That's the thing that got abbreviated. And please don't tell me that one time was the only time this thing's gonna get abbreviated in the whole game. The greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends, past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking area. Cooking arena. Okay. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! The dog sprites do look very pettable. And like, they managed to capture the like old professor aesthetic perfectly in a corgi. Somehow. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? I'm... You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Damn. Not only is it a 3-day semester, this is his third year and he's about to get expelled if he says one more word before Professor Dog finishes. Let that be a lesson to you students. Tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. I'm not gonna lie, I like Clank. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, He lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep sniff. Come on. No. Our lovely MC ran out of the house forgetting to put deodorant on and has been sweating buckets the entire time. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. Is it? Why is this the first we're hearing about it and not starting with like, oh, cute doggy, don't treat me like a dog, treat me like a professor. Like, why did we not also include the whole reputation for being smart but tough? You decide to try to butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Why do we have food just shoved in our pocket? These are not tater tots. This is not Napoleon Dynamite. Sure, chicken snack. Because I'm assuming everything chicken themed will get us points with Colonel Sanders over there. You reach into your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Well. I think there might be some competition for a new star student. Oh, so it's that easy to bribe you. Okay. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Disgusting! So one of the things that I don't like about petting dogs is if they lick your hand. I like dogs as an animal. I think they're fun. I think they're cute. I think they do their jobs well. I don't like dog spit. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they want to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. That was not a dog treat flavor. You pulled out like a fucking chicken tender. You had a dog treat in your pocket. And like a hunk of chicken. Yeah, sometimes dog barks hurt my ears too. Like it's more the like low, deep ones. Like from like the really big dogs. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Wait, quick question. But important question. You're right. We're like, for Professor Dog. Is he barking and it's just heard as human speech, or is he actually like talking like a human? Like, is he barking, but in ways that sound like human speech? Like, you know, some like videos online you've seen, or is it just straight human speech? Hey, Peach, there's still a seat here. It seems no one has claimed the seat next to me. If you're interested. I'm sorry, Miriam, but we a hoe up in here. We out to get Colonel Sanders. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Yeah, I like that idea. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had two rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you'll ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. What does that have to do with offering me an empty seat that no one was sitting in? That's so inspiring. Was it? Was it really? A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. Okay, good. I'm not the only one who thinks it was off topic. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast. It's time for a pop quiz. Yay! A quiz about me! This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knife sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? I mean, extremely important. Not that that has anything to do with the trains. Also, we're so harsh on Pop. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather? That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensils ever created? Oh, that's easy, a spork. Oh, I mean, in my opinion, it would really be the comically oversized fork, or an option that's not here, which is chopsticks. But sure, we'll go with a spork. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? So I know the answer is probably anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. But I really want to go with a pancake that looks like a silly face. That's wrong. A sprinkle's a good boy. I do like that that was an option there. He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. That's right. Your total score is 4 out of 5. That's because I couldn't resist the pancake. I thought it was cute. How does a cute little smiling pancake not make somebody feel great? Only one wrong? Not too shabby. You might just do alright, kid. The pancake is correct in my heart. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He nods with approval. I'm surprised it didn't give an option for a chicken biscuit or mashed potatoes with chicken or something. Something that you could reasonably easily buy. Look at the menu for KFC and go, oh, I want that. Did I read that? I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. If I may have your attention, students, I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. What the fuck? Why does this cafeteria make me want to eat in the cafeteria at a school? I'm surprised they have limits, to be honest. This is making me want KFC so fucking bad. I haven't had KFC in years. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. I just Like, I can't get over the lighting in these backgrounds. It's done with like so much love. Like, I don't eat coleslaw, but that's because I don't like the texture of like cabbage, especially not uncooked cabbage. I like the what is it called? Like popcorn chicken, the like itty bitty pieces, because they all got crunch. Like, look at the way that the lights are hitting the seats of the chairs, like in that middle table there. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I don't know if there's like a gallery somewhere, but the like opening background that's supposed to be your like apartment bedroom, I'm assuming we'll get back to it eventually. For the morning light hitting the pillow, like you could see the like way that underneath the pillow could glows. You know, like if you're shining sunlight through like a really lightweight pillow. It was gorgeous. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Oh, did you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Are you allowed to talk yet, dude? Did the dog give you permission to bark? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, howdy folks, I'd like to make an announcement. Poor dude, he can't catch a break. Hey, it's about lunch. Everyone cheers. I will say, I'm not particularly fond of the way that they like just like completely bash on like the non-main characters of this. Like, it's very obvious which ones are not the main characters here. But yeah, this is, God, I would love a sequel to this game that's just like trying to stop the unnamed student from deciding to tear this place to the ground, like brick by brick. Shh. Lunch. She said, shh. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. Yeah, or helping the students tear it down. That must be the smell that must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept! Your stomach begins to rumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. So that's all I'll say about that. What? Do you think we want your stupid recipe, dude? Sha! No, my dude, nah. I'm not gonna lie. When I look at Ashley and Van Van, I feel like I'm looking at like a character from The Devil is a Part-Timer and a character from JoJo. I'm just drafting the last will and testament in case one of the ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait and see what singer Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Yeah. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. Man, you turned your back on Van Van, your best friend since like childhood, by not going along with his joke. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realized that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. I mean, honestly, she can have him. I'll take care of him. I do wish that I could, like, get rid of the dialogue box for a moment because I want to see, like, her thighs. Oh, please. Well, Van Van the Man Man, if you don't want any. I'll take it. God. Our protagonist, our lovely MC, is just trying to hop on that as hard as they can. Well, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. MC certainly is more hungry. Is hungry in more ways than one. Like, damn. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one piece of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. It does what now? Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. I guess this is more tame than Food Wars. I've never seen Food Wars, by the way. I've only seen clips of it. But, like, is this not the general premise of Food Wars, but with more clothing? Completely miss this food. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. I feel like that one will get you less points with Colonel Sanders. Because then that'll be kind of like trying to steal his recipe. Swim towards the light. I feel like that'll get you the least points because you, like, aren't going for it. I will say, the clips of food that I've seen for Food Wars do look good. Even, like, the weird stuff. I just feel I have a cat hair on me. The sun went down. And, like, it did, like, the... So it's been raining all day here. But the sun went down and it did that, like, pressure change thing as the like bigger stuff comes in for the storm, and it feels like my head's been stuck with cotton again. I'm going to go with savor the moment, everything it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful. You're heavenly. What a guy. Along with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For man, for flavor, are they the same? I mean, I guess falling in love with a dude for his cooking ability is valid. Should probably fall in love with him for the personality, though. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Just like taking a moment to process. We took one bite of his food and went, I need to get to know this man. Like, now. He actually just put a love potion in the chicken bucket. I mean, it'd be good for you to love his food. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold of you to how bold to come out and ask. Where the fuck did you pull that from? Put that back wherever you found it. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun?
Aww.
You've got Moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient. But you can't tell. I use... That's something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow. You never would have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. Oh, okay, so we went from... What the? Why are you so loud? Hold on. You know what, honestly, that might be the best solution there. I like how we went from only hearing rumors about this dude to literally stalking him because his food tastes so good. Like, calm down. You have 2 more days with him. After that, you can worry about stalking him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. I want the pen out of his pocket. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. So it looks like we've got the Ashley method, because I can guarantee you that would have been an Ashley thing. Probably a cutesy method. And probably one that I really don't know what would, like, which out of these two would be the better choice. I'm gonna go with this one. You know, about that, I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. It has a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it. You decide to show him that you know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavors. Look back over the edge of the futon and see if she's ears and that's it, or poking up behind it. I actually had some thoughts on how you could improve it. Oh, so that was not the good choice. Good enough. Improve it. You want to change my secret recipe? You think you can do better? Have you ever heard of habanero peppers? Heard of them. I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne. But that's not the point. You can't just toss new ingredients into my secret recipe and expect to improve it. A recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to... This will be the last time you improvise on my recipes, Peach. I'm headed back to class for the next lesson. Wait, doesn't KFC have, like, a habanero, like, spicy chicken or something? That certainly didn't go as planned. You'd better head back inside, but if you wait a moment so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you... But you wait a moment so Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. So that means at some point, Colonel Sanders does take that advice. Holy fuck. It's a sexy kitchen. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally we get to show our stuff. I'm making deviled eggs. So the lab assistants and, like, relatives of the lab assistants, every year, no matter what, volunteer me for deviled eggs, because apparently I make some really good deviled eggs. I mean, I think they're good. So, you know, I make them. But, last year I made, like, a dozen eggs worth, and they did not make it through one meal. They're really fun to make. It's my thing. Pecan pie always seems like it would be really hard to make. Like, it seems like it would be finicky. I tried Rogue Energy for the first time today, because I'm still on my quest of trying to find things that taste kind of like soda but aren't soda. I like I have had the most energy all day today. But not in like the like like vibraty way, if that makes sense. Jittery. There we go. Not in the jittery way. The downside is, like, with how much caffeine is in there, I feel like I have so much more energy that I can use today. But it was really good. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show ourselves. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Oh, she creates a tiny food. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, unable to control yourself. You pounce like Colonel Sanders. Oh, hell no. Get your ass back over there to Miriam. She is your childhood friend. You are going to cook with her. Oh, so we just pissed him off by trying to add habanero peppers to the recipe. It's surprisingly easy. Just put some pecans in the pie tin for liquid. Which in my case is just eggs, brown sugar, maple syrup, and corn syrup, and throw in the oven. Oh, okay. Which I don't eat pecan pie because it's too sweet for me. But when we do have pecan pie, we only ever get frozen ones because no one wants to put effort into making them. So I always thought that it was like a really labor-intensive process or something. Maybe it was the last time that somebody actually properly made one, because maybe the last time that someone actually properly made one from scratch, the pecan tree in the yard was probably still making a ton of pecans. It doesn't really do that all that much anymore. Or at least, not that we can get to before the squirrels get to them. So maybe they're always thinking about the fact that, like, you'd have to crack open pecans and everything. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Yeah. Want to be my partner?
Aww.
Sure, Peach. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Oh my. Two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? We're definitely going with Clank. I like Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. What kind of noise is that supposed to be? Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Clank definitely has a face. Clank has a face that blinks and a mouth that emotes. Yeah, just like toss Clank and the Colonel together, and me and Miriam can go on about our business. Zzz. Tissue, I hardly know you. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Aww. Wait, are we unintentionally setting her up with, like, a robot partner? Like, partner? Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. That is definitely going to be the wrong answer. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. In what way? That also seems like the wrong answer. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy is definitely the right answer here. Just exploded with little hearts. Has he done that before while I was talking to him? I think he did it with the handkerchief. Does that mean that that's the best choice? I have always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy. I couldn't imagine one without the other. I can. That is the #1 reason why I don't get mashed potatoes from KFC in the times before when I have gotten it. Because I don't like gravy. Yes, mashed potatoes with ketchup. Like I used to when I was younger and Master would go get KFC, I used to like tell Master to ask for it without gravy, and I would like listen to Master ask for it without gravy, and we would still end up with gravy on it. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. Oh, that's an idea. Ooh, mashed potatoes and cheese. This is just making me hungrier, damn it. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Is there anything that's not a passion of yours when it comes to cooking? Besides taking input from others? Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? I don't know. Is there something on my screen? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders is my business. And you better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? What is this BGM change? Because I am loving it. Oh. Yeah, that I don't know if it's Zan's theme specifically, because it hasn't popped up before now. Or if this is supposed to turn into some kind of battle. I'm kind of afraid to click, because I don't want this BGM to go away. No, jeez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Peach's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns. Laura's full of peeled potatoes. He picked the them and peeled them in that amount of time. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Peach was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. Aren't you also in, like, the same class I'm in? I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Got it. Van, you're not doing a good job of not sounding really, really jealous. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. I can't be trusted to make mashed potatoes, like, alone in the kitchen, because I like to, sample, like, to make sure that it's, like, the right amount of ingredients, and I will eat an entire pot of mashed potatoes if, left unattended. I don't think I've ever bothered to, like, actually try to eat a piece of raw potatoes. Maybe I should. It looks like it would have the same kind of texture as, like, apple. But, Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Oh, he's getting mad about that. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Her sprite is adorable. Her sprite is really pretty when she's being, like, antagonistic, but her sprite is super, super cute when she's trying to be all cutesy. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear, she's coming for a Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks, in your time of need. Or turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. I know the correct answer would be Colonel, but I want to go with Miriam. I want to go with Miriam. You turn to Miriam. As soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them! I love her! Especially in combination with that sprite. I actually think that Ashley and Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the dust. Vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps? But stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken. Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Peach is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles and hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis in their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the bowl of potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if Your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat out of which he pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Try please, sir. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. It is beautiful. Once again, the shading and lighting and everything about the bowl, not even the food, the bowl is just gorgeous. Yeah, Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand there holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Yes! Van, do something! Do something! Skipping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? I think we just defeated them by having really good mashed potatoes. I don't think we're gonna get a fight scene like I want. Hold on right there, Peach. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potatoes, please? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Hold on. Food on axe is different from a covered dish. Mashed potatoes with gravy, pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specially braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off his plate. Yeah, go boy! No, don't! I think it's a little bit too late. Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. I killed him. Oh my god, poor dude. Everyone, step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain just for a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Dude, what is wrong with you? Like, how did you survive something that killed, probably the most unlucky student who have ever attended the school? We never even knew their name. Killed her ghost. This is like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moment. Chalk has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. I feel like, Sprinkles, look almost as if he's going, oh, the paperwork I've got to do now. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against all poisons of all kinds. Damn. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Oh, don't worry. I don't think so either. Ghost. Oh, student. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. I think that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense. Colonel Sanders approaches you. Dude, he died. Give him a break. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. The sky is beautiful. Yeah, I love this background. I think this might be my favorite one. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. There's mashed potatoes you made in glass today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Peach? There's something I need to tell you. I swear, they're going to interrupt every time you try to confess up until, like, the end of the game, aren't they? Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I know. Like, the background, like, if I remember correctly, this game was free on Steam. But the backgrounds look like they would have come from, like, some, like, well-known, like, big dating sim series. Like, they are beautifully done. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I could be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream, day and night. Never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, and our souls may grant them like wishes, floating on a shooting star. What is this inspiring quote nonsense? Hey, no, shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Are we gonna learn his name? Oh, man. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Monster is here to fight a hero. Yeah, I think I left the fridge door open. Litter nerds. We will not let harm come to another student. Except for that ghost kid, I kind of dropped the ball on that. I do kind of like this line is basically, I'm not going to let you hurt the students. Like, except for that one dude that I let die. Whoops. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster. See? Is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? He was a freebie, yeah. We can discuss syntax any further. It's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? I wasn't expecting an actual fight sequence here. Attack? You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love, I guess. Cook with Love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Fuck it, I'm defending. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure. You do you. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? We Cook with Love again. Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. I'm just going to keep attacking until I die. You decide to go on the attack. Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Where the fuck are you pulling this staff from, sir? You did this earlier, and I did not get an answer. I need you to shove it back where you found it. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot Pie Power Pinch. Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy, finish him. Tristan will ever walk the quad in fear again. Were they walking the quad in fear before? Because you sure won't. This monster messed with the wrong chef. Attack. Get ready, your final attack. You'll never survive my net long destruction. Which does 10 damage. Spork Monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, Peach. I did enjoy the Spork Monster. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. What is this game? You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name, to have signed it out is Orko. Orko. That sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. Are we supposed to have met somebody named Borko? Because I don't know Borko. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Oh, is he going to carry us home? Or are we just going to sleep in the fucking quad? Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my colonel. Wait, important question. How did Colonel Sanders know where we live? We just met him today. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. That was beautiful. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? There were people flying on drumsticks, my dude. Also, look at the pillows. And then there was the secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. But before you can tell her about the encounter with the sport monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Yeah, the pillows are gorgeous. Also, it is adorable that she likes Clank. Let's go! Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him I like him. Like him! We got talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. How was he? Nope. Thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if he took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, your thing now? No, but he knows where I live and, like, literally put me in bed, so that's something. We definitely connected yesterday. Sure he did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Why does Miriam sound so salty about this? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Maybe text to make sure you're alone before continuing. Mm-hmm. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals. And if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Miriam, did you almost let some guy you don't know sell you drugs while you were on vacation? That's what it sounds like. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with him and brought him home. Oh my gosh, he's a drug mule. For spices. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with him, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both shared interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. You've stayed in touch with him, too. I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt I'd be of much use to anyone. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? I don't trust that the bestie's spice connection is not a drug dealer, like a spice dealer. So yeah, he probably is. So I'm gonna make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was Eye of Newt? I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what could you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure you've satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Or you can ask her to confirm that she's definitely not texting secrets to other people. You're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. He's on a horse. I ain't running up to a horse. Have you lost your mind? I ain't trying to get kicked today. Isn't mustard seed one? Hold on. What is in the list of KFC spices? I'm pretty sure there's dried mustard in like KFC spice blend. We're going to stand back and admire his majestic glory because I don't want to get kicked by a fucking horse today. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You're so struck. There's the fucking staff again. You're so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a forcible beaut you have. I mean, what a forcible beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Be a good friend. Marion attempts to comfort for you. No, Peach just gets really nervous around people they like. Thanks, Miriam. I didn't tell Clank you have a massive crush on him. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile. This is a situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. Miriam, you're not helping at all. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like, counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? We're going to act like we're not interested. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. Well, considering the fact that a meal tried to eat us yesterday, I think we would. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what they're hiding and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. Did we not take the book? Did we leave the book in the quad? I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall. And they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. Pop! My dude! We're playing Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you fucking bolt. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Yeah, stand up for Clank. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language. Not even from a stand mixer. No, your mother was a stand mixer. I do have to say, that your mom was a stand mixer is like a great comeback, especially from like Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. The expression that Ashley is currently making is the same one that I imagine I would be. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me. But I'm not interested in either of them. Why? Why do you have the staff? Where are you pulling this from? Where are you keeping this thing when it is not currently active? Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. Panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Grab his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly, you do. Which is why, in 1777, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. You can't help this. No, I want to hear more about that shit. Who was the first one to sign the Declaration of Independence? John Hancock. So, is this just a pun based on the fact that he's got cock in his name? Like, or is this an implication that John Hancock was a chicken? But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Peach. Naturally, it appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A shimmering pepper? A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body's not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. We've been doing a whole lot of tripping through the universe this game. My friend. Ooh. That guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through it to fulfill the prophecy. You must... You feel yourself beginning to regain consciousness? Oh, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via words, hold on. Via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. We're stepping up to the plate. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Hold on, drink some water. Get me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Fool! Ow! Fuck. Good one, Van. I like your gumption, Peach. I'll be watching your performance. Just don't pull out the fucking chicken staff again and we're good. Things reach a boiling point. Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer! Just a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna bark. I'm not gonna... No. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. What inspirational nonsense are you spouting this time? And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. 1, nice knife. 2, what are you, a Pokemon trainer now? You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1, and you're really feeling like you can... And you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil out? That's right, but how would you have even gotten into school without knowing that? I didn't even read the other ones. Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say you used? 7? I got no idea. That's wrong. I've seen schnauzers with better sense than that. And the miniature kind, no less. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? That's... I don't know. Was this stuff I was supposed to pay attention to and, like, forgot about? That's wrong. I'm begging you, get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. Never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next one. Your classmates are rooting for you. Your classmates are rooting for you, but actually it's simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day, you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? Small town where big dreams are born, I guess? That's right. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling? That's wrong. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Bitch, try me. Is this the end? Yep. Game over. Oh, sure, I'll try again. I want a biscuit. I'm just gonna skip forward. Alright. We can do this. Alright. That's right, but how would you have even gotten into the school without knowing that? When I gets to rub my furry belly, let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' exact recipe exactly, but you have an idea. Was it 11 then? Oh. I knew it was an odd number. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're heading in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Gratitude? That's right, you must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but actually is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day, you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. This one I got the answer to right. That's right, this is your shot and you're not going to miss it. Sprinkles sparking. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Silence? That's right. When they taste your cooking, they'll be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. Put the staff back! I believe in you, Peach. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. Get your head in the game! How many spoons? What the fuck? What are you thinking? I don't know if the timer was counting down behind it, or if it just, like, was that much shorter anyways. What were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. You're stranded on a desert with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you even focus on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, forgot the question. Sure, why not? I just selected that random. I think it's only about wedding vows. What does that have to do with crafting a spectacular fried chicken and a delicate baked biscuit? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. And the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into the stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in the kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any pans, but Peach does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know it's properly mixed. Oh, already a lover stat. Okay. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get this far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixture to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Peach, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Well! Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. Nope, no. It wouldn't be fair to compare the two, on account of Peach's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his soggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared? Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find an array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavors that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Peach to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. I only fucked up one hand, bitch. I mean, I can fuck up the other one on you, but that's not the point. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée? Wait, how did those pearls get outside of the dome? It does look good. Except for the white chocolate part. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you! As he places a sauce-covered finger to his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Should we internalize the rage, or should we put ourselves between Colonel Sanders and Ashley? Also, this game is taking longer than I thought it would. I'm trying to figure out which one would be the better option. Because I kind of want to put us between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. Just because, like, it'll either be, like, him getting mad at us again, or him, like, swooning over us standing up for whatever. But if you internalize the rage you feel, then he might be like, yeah, you handled this professionally. I'm putting myself between them. You reach out with your apron and wipe the sauce off of his glistening face. Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes you back. This goatee isn't just a fashion statement, it's also functional. I was saving that for later. I don't think we're going to end up with Colonel Sanders by the end of this, just saying. Oh, I have to go where the fuck she's up to. Sorry about that. Sushi discovered a handful of earrings and was trying to eat them, so I had to put them somewhere where she could not get to them. Still can't believe he was saving that for later. Like, damn. Sure, we'll try again. We pissed him off so bad we ended the game. Kind of impressive. Oh god. I gotta go through the whole thing again. Hold on. Yeah, every time I think I've got everything secured and kitten-proofed, she finds something else. I'm just gonna, like, zoom through all of it. Alright. Like, none of those. Oh god, that means that there are no right answers in that. There's no right answers for either of those? Okay, hurry. Just going to skip over all of the part of me shoving my hand into a sand mixer. That is very pretty. Alright. So we're internalizing the rage. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and decided to get married. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. And we cared about MC's eyebrows more than we care about the dead student. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? Well, I assume you failed several times trying to figure out them fucking spices. That's exactly what I think. Is his sprite blushing right now? Well, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. What? I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I didn't know. Wait, how old is he supposed to be in this to have been able to fail as a lawyer? Lawyers take a while to become lawyers. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money could deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. You don't seem real humble, dude. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. What level of misdeeds were these? Because, like, you just described failing at two different, like, very important kinds of professions. Like, maybe you failed the exam or didn't do good in the school. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. Gorko, the sport monster, is here to fight a hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko. I'm here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Oh, Borko was the name of the monster, apparently. Wait. Is it the name of the monster, or are these students getting turned into monsters? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. Just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. He looks so confused. What I think Peach is trying to say is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose we don't really need to fight. Since I've got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do! Inspiration strikes and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this! You toss the biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. We have biscuits shoved in our pockets? We broke our hands trying to make biscuits. Why did we try to make any if we could just pull one out of a pocket? Delicious. You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? Oh, no. I was a chihuahua. But I was still a student at the school. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you respect it. You're a powerful chef, and should rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be here. I will be there. Sounds like there's some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Peach, together, I am sure we can defeat them. Together? Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss? What kind of hideaway? I mean, I don't think Sprinkle would appreciate it, but, like, it's better than breaking our hand in a sand mixer. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Actually, he said it's like hideaway, not his house. Holy fuck! I am suddenly down to bang Colonel Sanders. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. He has a fireplace. He has like either a massive window or an opening literally straight out onto a nice lake. Yeah, like so many s'mores. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. What would you prefer to eat? There's a piece of Velcro stuck to the like base of my TV, and I think Sushi was just trying to eat it. It's been there for years, so I don't I don't know if it would even come up if I tried to take it off. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy, both perhaps? Here you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? I'm going to reveal it because I'm guessing that's the right answer there. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent. Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Would you like to shove it in your mustache, sir? Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You mean steal my recipe, motherfucker? You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap an item to discover more about the Colonel. Is that a KFC candle? Oh, no, it's a normal candle, okay. It's a candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? A piece of wool floating in a lake? Leave it alone. The thing is heavy and will hurt you. process of stopping sushi from pulling some very heavy stuff onto herself, I discovered that she had stolen one of my acrylic stands off of my shelf, and I don't know where the base for it is. So I'll have to hunt that down in a bit. It's not one of my anime ones. It's one of it's the Obey Me like Cat Butler Cafe like collaboration sushi. Alright, I'm back again. She can't get herself into any more trouble because she's now in the sling. Summer of '69? No. It's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's definitely. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I thought maybe we were going to like learn all the things. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. On further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's made of it's actually made of spun silver. Quit trying to pull things on yourself, and you'll be able to run around again. You are literally just sitting in a sling. Would you calm yourself down? Gaze out the window across the vast lake and the mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. You see I'm in the middle of something. You open the window crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. Poor thing. It's a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy. It must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." That from 9 just going on about the Colonel. Steadily getting more and more concerned about it. Take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. No, not poor guy. That is so dramatic. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. That is not what's going on in this picture at all. You're not even trying to get down. Why are you growling? You look closely and see there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Oh my god. I blame her current attitude on taking a nap while I was taking a nap. She got too much energy. God. I wonder who my friend Pete is. This photo appears to be of Colonel Sanders. He's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From his goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving around like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Not the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. Take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in a scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual, until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket.
Aww.
I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. We're just gonna tell him the truth. You confess, I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off his jacket and run for the door. The thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Peach? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. We talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! I gotta try to be quiet because I gave up and just let Sushi out of the room to run around. So the door is currently open. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you learned about. Yeah, like legitimately. One of the other cats in the house is now in here eating the rest of Sushi's food and drinking Sushi's water, while Sushi is out probably tormenting the other cat. In some jurisdictions, it isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters out the side of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste the Colonel Sanders food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? We're flattering him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. I got to appreciate that NC's MO seems to be run from your problems, especially when they seem like they're turning out good. There's only one more day left of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home and find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something bad had happened to you. That something had happened to you. He wants to gain his trust and steal his secret recipe. That's what I assume was, like, the end goal of this, actually. It's okay, I was just... But now it turns out you're fine. I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Hold up, skydiving? Are we going to be encountering the ghost of Plank? Just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker. So do I. I want a dating sim from Miriam's point of view too. It's like, that's gotta be wild. And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzers. Maybe it tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. What? Do we not know the number one rule of friends? Don't dump a friend over a guy. Like, especially a guy you met literally 2 days ago. Unless it's like your friend is intentionally trying to like mess up a perfectly good relationship. When you arrive at the school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. I'm trying my best to figure out if, like, all of our friends are supposed to be based on other food chains or not, and I have yet to figure it out. Like, Ashley just looks like a really fancy, like, KFC employee. What's this swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles and is a dog and a treat. And I can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You're just saying that because you got the hots for Colonel Sanders. You've got some nerve, Peach, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince in pain. Doesn't look good. Like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Yeah, Beerground sprites are so fun. Is everyone excited? Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Peach, how's that hand feeling? I bet you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? What about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear you're passionate about how your food is received. It's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Peach, I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. It feels like every time, like, we open our mouths, we're getting shot down by Colonel Sanders. There's no way this is the good route. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel? I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Peach. What are you talking about? Let me just figure out what that was. I think she just like ran into something. I just don't know what it was. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, what's that book? It looks like bad news. Just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. You literally talk to like a giant floating bundle of like mashed potatoes. There used to be a chihuahua. And you don't believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. Don't do it. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of the extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. Those don't really sound like arcane warnings, but okay. I can use this spell here. It says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub Colonel Sanders, it will probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Not routine dark magic? Maybe tie string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic. But desperate times call for desperate measures. Got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. But don't! Girl! You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. I am kind of curious as to like what kind of end we would have gotten in that case. Like, would we just meet him and start all over again? Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially with Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. I want to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his track. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, who told you to come back here? Terrence, I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named this Terrence? So many questions. You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied with that his presence has been felt not only by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. Apologies for the outburst. Yeah. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Peach, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, before you can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. You think I want to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to go and show off cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan. J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. All you can do is hold hands. And you can all hold hands and pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Wow, this is like a drastic change from like how excited she was about the date. Clank begins to shudder, seems to pour out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank don't look like he's feeling too hot. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition, showdown, challenge, exam. That was a lot of words. Still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. Yeah, we're playing for Miriam. Like, I want them to be happy. Before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay. I'm so mad I smashed a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through the rest of this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to settle upon Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe, sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. Well, you've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off Van Van, the supposed man-man, and his eviler counterpart Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through quick tests of a recipe you've been working on. Peach's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Peach, what are you doing in here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. Pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it lost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. We're going to fess up about the practice dish. Okay, you got me. Doing a little more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell pot pie from 400 yards. That is such a strange thing to brag about, but okay. It's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. I want some mac and cheese. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes for their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, and he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting curious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty bitty pot of broth. That's pretty faster blaster. Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it. Clank says words. 5 down pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As he frantically prepared. Sorry, that's such a turn. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? I'm hoping that him unplugging Clank stopped like the self-destruction that was attempted there. Although he did still take him out of the competition. You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? No. I feel like if we use the magic, it's going to ruin our chances with Colonel Sanders. Which is not a sentence I ever thought I would say. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms and gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Peach. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Peach, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what is your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food. Short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the secret ingredient was made up. Where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirling the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? These spork monsters are many. I think Gorko has a day off. But you've encountered Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, here's another cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the spork monster, notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me. Huh. The fandom named the book the Necronomicon. You know what? I can work with that. Yeah, you guessed it, sort of. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles into a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was a little sport pup back in the old country, you could feel the spork monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. Yeah, sure. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. I like that we can just give up and drop out here. But we're going to summon extra power from deep down within ourselves. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been prepared their entire lives for... Yes, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Apparently that's just like what our lovely unnamed student is good at. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except for turn back time, which will be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Pete. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you've earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. I swear, if the gas is not somehow connected as like a magic item, I don't know why he's just staying around. I just managed to make you mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. Plus, didn't Professor Dog say there are no rules? What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting we combine forces? If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Time's up, students. With time expired, the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students, that's all, but the class seems incomplete. Seems we're missing some students. Oh, clink. From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying. Sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop, hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. Your kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history. But it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clink. Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Wait a second. I just realized. If he could unplug Clank, does that mean Clank has been plugged into something every time we've seen him? Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles and a savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto-maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like a dice? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine. I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. I really do taste the dish I ate with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a big hug. Thank you, Peach, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now, describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell, topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? This is exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, by the way. I'm just rocking with it. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Yep, my tongue. The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to this thing. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected Van Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour. Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. That's my glamour. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps my agitated tongue. Next student. Ashley, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight and a light rose water syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Peach? I told you it's a display piece. Actually, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and I did an extremely good job cooking it, too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I'm not gonna lie, that is a good snapback there. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shy by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a delicious bowl of mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. This makes me really, really want like a bowl of mac and cheese topped with chicken tenders. Maybe Christmas with barbecue sauce, because I like barbecue sauce on mac and cheese. Just when I thought I've seen everything in the kitchen, you give me this thing? And completely blew me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on. How could they be better than this one? In fact, apparently the mac and cheese only became a menu item at KFC a month before this game was released. Wait, oh yeah, the mac and cheese bowls are like pretty recent in comparison to like most everything else. Huh. Was this a marketing ploy for this particular dish? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. I mean, to be fair, it works. It works as a marketing ploy here, because like that does make me want to go get one. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house. Ow, ow, ow. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van Viva and Ashley tell everyone they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to finally get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, the Spark Monster. He's totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spark Monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. The student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. Oh, her outfit is so cute. Yeah, poor student. The student cannot catch a break. Red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A Klingon? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school theme. So that's how he ended up there. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school. Not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank. I am not from this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. Pretty clear she's managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. The portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Okay, I can get behind this sprite. This sprite looks good. The rest of them are just very to me. Like the rest Colonel Sanders, like, school uniform sprite thing is very to me. But this one's alright. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken, and man, by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Peach, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, why you tell me, what are the qualities you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, just to name a few. Truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be glad to spend it together with you, Peach. Oh, I think that's beautiful. So, like, I don't know what we've been imagining as we've been talking, but, like, I love this. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together. Well, I think this is something I'll need to do by myself. Who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Are we getting dumped? Am I getting dumped by Colonel Sanders? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear Peach, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. I was that a win? I guess that was a win. Oh, by the way, this played in the opening. This is fun. Like, this is beautiful. Or at least I think this was the opening that played. Like, look at this. Like, that was gorgeous. Yeah, it sure was a dating sim. I feel like they certainly went all out on it, on like the whole thing. Probably the next time they release like a real fancy new item. This was actually really fun. I don't know if there's multiple endings to it or if it's the same thing no matter what. I like this way more than I thought I would. Like, I was expecting just like, you know, oh, it's advertising KFC, but I'm almost willing to play it again to try to get like an end where you both work with him and fall in love with him. But not quite. I am content with what I got here. Even though I got business broken up with. I'm also kind of tempted to like play it again to play for like actually using the grimoire for using the Necronomicon. So who knows? Maybe I will play this again at some point. But for now, I think this is where I'm going to end the stream tonight. I want to go make mac and cheese now. So good night.